joining us today in this alumni talk organized by Mechanical Engineering Department, Sagar Institute of Science and Technology, Gandhinagar, Bhopal. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Nitin Kumar Sahu. I am Assistant Professor from Mechanical Engineering Department, Sagar Institute of Science and Technology, Gandhinagar, Bhopal. So before starting this ceremony, I welcome respected Director, Sagar Group of Institution, Dr. Jyoti Deshmukh, respected Principal SISTec, Dr. Keshwendra Chaudhary, respected Vice Principal SISTec, Dr. Swati Saxena, respected Ms. Prachi Srivastav, Group Head, Corporate Relations, respected Head of Mechanical Engineering Department, Dr. Ravi Shankar V. Chaudhary. I also welcome the heads of various departments, all the faculty members, and dear students. This alumni talk is scheduled to increase the interaction among our existing students with our alumni, so that the existing students can get the exposure about the recent trends of job profiles, industry culture, skill set to learn and adopt, and industry scenario, and most important, they can take the better guidance with our alumni students. So before starting the session, first of all, I would like to request our HOD sir, Dr. Ravi Shankar V. Chaudhary, to please share his words of wisdom. Sir, please.
A very good afternoon to all dignitaries present on this alumni talk. I would call it as a maiden alumni talk from SISTec Mechanical Engineering Department, SISTec Gandhinagar. Today I am overwhelmed and very happy to see one of the brilliant students of the department, Akhilesh Yadav.
Thank you, sir.
Akhilesh, I would not call it as a professional talk, as good as my student is talking to his juniors. So this is the initiative which we have took today. We want to take it forward, and many juniors of you and many seniors of you are in line to talk to their seniors. So we thought that to start with you only. I remember the days we were studying in engineering, and the kind of input you used to give to the department, and your involvement in each and every activity which we conduct. You may be knowing our SME, SISTec Mechanical Engineering Association. The Nirman, the event which you used to conduct, the kind of involvement you have, all the moments to cherish, Akhilesh. And I feel very proud, and my chest would widen by a few inches to say that one of my student is working in such a area which our juniors would cherish to work. So without wasting the much of the time, your juniors are eagerly waiting for you, and this would be an open platform, Akhilesh. You just interact with your juniors, thinking that there are nobody in between us. Okay, and your juniors have also took out their pen out, and they have enumerated few questions they would like to ask you. And let us keep it very interactive. And I request you to share your email ID to all the students so that they can interact you in the future as well. Okay. Now I would open this alumni talk. I request Akhilesh, kindly proceed further your talk with the students. What I feel is that just you focus light on how actually the industry scenario is right now, and what are the skill sets our juniors should inculcate in them? And how about the mechanical area is booming like anything? So all these are the few points which I request you to put a light on that. Okay.
Sure. Sure.
Thank you, beta. Please go ahead. Good day.
First of all, thank you so much, Sir HOD sir, for such kind words. I also remember a lot of my memories just coming in my mind right now, which I had at SISTec. It was such a wonderful experience. I joined SISTec in 2012 until 2016. Um, it was really a memorable journey. I would like to first give my greetings to Principal Sir, Dr. Chaudhary, HOD Sir, all the HODs of other department, respected Sanjay Kumar Singh Sir. I had some really nice courses from Sanjay Sir, so I have a lot of memories of Sanjay Sir and great respect for him. Um, and yes, I also want to make this session very interactive. I will just go through a basic information about my background, and then I will try to take as many questions from these students as possible, and I will try my best to answer them with the best of my capabilities. Is it possible to share my screen and quickly go through the basic information about me so that the students can know, okay, how I have shaped my career so far, and if I can share something from my career with them?
Would you like to share your screen, Akhilesh?
Yeah, yes. I will just quickly do if it's possible.
Yeah, it's
Sure,
possible.
perfect. Can you see the screen now? Is it visible to you?
No, sir, it's not visible.
Just a minute. So maybe now.
Okay.
Now it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So I hope all these students can hear me loud and clear. This session is basically for interacting with you, all the students. Briefly about my educational background, I basically come from Itarsi, which is like 90 kilometers from Bhopal. I did my 12th over there from Kendra Vidyalaya in 2012, and the same year I came to SISTec. When I was coming, like taking admission in engineering college, the one thing I came to know about at that time is SISTec mechanical department is really famous because of the faculties that we had at SISTec at that time, and that was one of my biggest motivation to come to SISTec. And it was actually one of the best decisions I have taken so far, because I really had great support of some great faculties at SISTec. So from 2012 to 2016, I did my bachelor in mechanical engineering. I was involved in so many activities. I'll just tell you when we will be interacting what all I did during my bachelor's. And after 2016, in 2017, I came to Germany for my master's program. Um, and the master's program was in Master of Science in Renewable Energy System. And I will tell you the story why I choose renewable energy system and how my fortune just turned into this direction somehow. I will share that story with you. Maybe you will find something motivational for you and for your own career. So professional background in 2015, that was the beginning where I was actually planning to come to Germany. And at that same time, I was like talking a lot with all the professor. And I don't know how many of you know about Professor Ajay Kumar Kaviti sir, who was HOD during my stay at SISTec. And me and Professor Kaviti, we had a discussion about my future plans, and he offered me a research internship at SISTec itself in order to do some research work, which would help me get admission in Germany in future. That was one of the best advice I got at that time, and he was very supportive in shaping my career. And that's where my renewable energy or energy engineering career also begins. So 2015, I did a research internship at SISTec itself, and then in 2016 I got passed out, and 2017 I came to Germany. 2018, after finishing my theory courses, I did an internship in Audi in the thermo management department. After finishing internship, I did master thesis in the field of deep learning, and from there I came into deep learning. But I can still call myself an energy engineer, a mechanical engineer, and I can also call myself a deep learning, machine learning engineer working in the field of energy systems. So currently I'm working as you can say a machine learning, deep learning engineer or energy engineer, because we are using this technology for energy engineering at the Institute of New Energy System here in Germany. So quickly, I will just put in points, and then we will go on taking some questions from you. How do you like plan? So like for my personal experience, I had the plan of going for abroad studies just in second year of my bachelor's program. So in second year, I decided, okay, I will go to some abroad a master's course. Which country, which course, what will I do, how will it happen, what are the finances, how people apply, what are visa criteria. All these questions were there in my mind, and that's what comes into research field. So first step when you are planning your future is you have to do research in the field you really want to make your career. You should know almost everything about what you want to do to reach that goal and what will happen after reaching that goal. So you should have complete knowledge about that, and that helps you to really make a plan for your for reaching your goal. So the second step is, after getting to know about everything that you want to achieve, you plan thoroughly when you will do. For example, in my case, I knew that I have to keep my grades up. I knew that I will have to do some research work. I have to publish some papers. So my steps were clear. I knew that I have to learn German language at the same time during my bachelor's. So all this during my research, I came to know, okay, I have to do these steps, and for that I made a plan. And then I by 2015 I was almost going on the right track. And in 2016, when I finished my bachelor's, I was motivated enough, and I was challenging myself to go for this ambition that I had. So the third is to motivate and challenge yourself. So for example, if you don't see that, okay, you have some weaknesses, and because of that you think you might not be able to do it, but I would suggest you to push yourself and take the challenge, and work for it, and definitely you will find some way out. So be motivated and challenge yourself for achieving your goals. And once you reach your goal, I would really urge you to create a new goal immediately as soon as you reach the one, because as soon as you reach your first ambition, you realize that, okay, it's not enough, you have to do more. So it's like a cycle. You create new goals like one after the other. You want more things in life, but being happy at the same time is very important. But this is, I think, it's a motto for happy life is you always have a goal and you are always working for it. I had a talk with HOD sir. I hope you all can hear me properly and it's not breaking and it's clear enough.
Yes, it's
Perfect. So I had a talk with HOD sir, and we were talking about, okay, we will see what are the career opportunity in mechanical engineering. I have some points over here. Like automotive engineering, it's really big field. In the field of mechanical engineering, a lot of people want to go in automobile engineering. Energy engineering is a buzz because we all know we are facing energy crisis right now. The global warming and all those things are really a thing of future. So energy engineering, thermal engineering, it's in Europe particularly, where there is like a crazy winter we face every year. Thermal engineering is also something which is very important. Also because also in the other department like petroleum, oil, and even in automobile, you will see a lot of things that you have to do related to thermal engineering, thermodynamics, and all the basics around it. um, Engineering management, I would call, is also one possibility. uh, I mean, engineering management, production engineering, software and simulation, these all are very important and current in the current scenario. These are the things that you really need to have. Like for example, engineering management, when I say, it's more about, when you're working in supply chain management, logistic planning, and fields around that, you need to have really good management skills in order to make the operation um, always performing at its best efficiency. Yeah. And production engineering, I don't think I have to explain that. We all know that when we make a product, we there are so many things that designing, and you have to do test it, simulation, and then you produce, and you have to also take the care that when you will produce it in bulk and quantity, how it will be, and all those things. Software and simulation, this is the buzz right now. I am also one of the part from this field where I am using software for the mechanical engineering related fields. I'm working in energy engineering, but I am using software and programming languages in order to make products for the energy engineering. So a combination of both also works, and you can also go in core software and simulation engineering. When I say simulation engineering, it's more related to using some softwares like MATLAB, where you really simulate and perform the different tests before you really go on producing a product in reality. There are a lot of softwares that you can also do in core mechanical engineering. um, and then you can make your career also in the core simulation engineering field. But I mean, in general, I would say all these fields, whatever I say, is in mechanical engineering in common. I would say you can do everything you want in general, because there is nothing that a mechanical engineer cannot do. You want to go in any field after doing your mechanical engineering, you can go for it. So this is the good thing about mechanical engineering, that it never restricts you. So for example, you want to become maybe a lawyer. I don't think it will be a problem that you have a mechanical engineering degree in hand and then you want to become a lawyer. You want to become a CA, it's not a problem. That's the good thing about this field. You want to go into finance, that is also very much possible. And actually, being an engineer, what I feel after working for a few years in industries, I feel like you are always a multi-dimensional employee, because when you work, you have to manage the finances, you have to manage the project. So the management stuff comes there. You have to be technically sound in order to really make the product you're working on. You have to keep the rules and regulation in order. So you have to keep track of if you're really following the standard methods or not. You have to be a good data scientist, because nowadays the products are very much dependent on the data that we have. So you have to be a good data scientist. And every now and then you face issues during your work life, that you cannot say, okay, I'm only skilled in this particular field, so I will not be working in the other field. No, it's not like that. It's always multidimensional. You should have multiple skill set in order to really make your career in the industries. And that's how you progress from one position to another, from junior engineer to senior, and then you go to project lead, and then team lead, and the manager, and then you go on to the other position. And the people who really progress in their life over the years, they actually try to acquire as many multiple skill set as possible. So I would suggest you to do a lot of online courses. This is really important in recent times, that you add a lot of online courses in your resume that you do. There is Coursera, there is like IBM, directly mechanical or software engineering related courses available. You should do a lot of online courses, take certification, add it to your LinkedIn profile. do a lot of real life projects, which I did during my bachelor's. Try to improve your communication as much as possible, because this is very important in the industrial world. Have general awareness about almost everything, about politics, because about travel, about fun life, and you should be able to talk about almost everything whenever you are sitting with someone. So that's why I would say general awareness is very much important. Talk to people as much as possible, try to learn from them. uh, Whenever you talk to your professors, try to know a lot of things about their experiences, your friends, and share as much information you can among each other, and that's how you build up your knowledge. And then of course the technical know-how is very much important. So I would say everything is connected. When you go to a stage where you are really wanting to get a job, you need to have multiple personalities about your own personality, where you can talk about this, and you can also talk about that, and you can do this, and you can also do that. And this is one of the thing that I was also doing during my bachelor's. um, I'm pretty sure Ravi sir would remember that I was involved in so many activities, be it the committee, SAC committee that we had for the whole college SISTec, and then we had SMEA, and then there were some other events that were like continuously going on: debate competitions, presentation competition, project competitions, um, and then this anchoring, and taking part in planning of different events, and at the same time keeping the track of your um, own grades and German language and all those things. So you have to be on your toes and do multiple stuff at a time. So that's all from my side. I would directly go and talk to you, and I will try to take as many questions as possible from you. So I would say let's interact. I'm ready for your questions, and let's see how many answers can I give, and how can I help you in making your career. So I think we can directly have some questions now. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Just a minute, Akhliesh sir. I'm just asking them.
Yeah.
Ravi sir, you can now put the questions. He'll be answering to all of them.
Yeah. Uh, Akhilesh,
Yes, sir.
uh, the first and foremost question from your juniors and from as far as myself is concerned. So now you are working in the area of machine learning, isn't it? I
Yes.
mean, could able to clearly note it down.
Yes.
Machine learning engineer, your profile is that.
Yes.
How come you are a core mechanical engineer who passed out from mechanical engineering, and now you are working in a domain where you have not ever learned anything in your graduation? So what made you to explore this area? What made you to pursue this, and how come you have grabbed that opportunity? And what I meant to ask you is that how you have bridged the gap between mechanical engineering and machine learning. Now you are performing there. So, but kindly discuss on this to your juniors.
Yes, sure, sir. So, what happened, sir? Coming from the core mechanical background, I was doing my renewable energy masters, and at that time, I realized, especially here in Europe, that everything nowadays is driven by softwares, is driven by programming languages, and we are going through this transition of Industry 4.0, where we are where we are trying to digitalize everything. And in order to do so, I was doing my master's in energy engineering. So in order to do so, I mean, bring digitalization in energy field, the industries are willing to develop products which can actually help people digitalize their energy system. So for example, one possibility that I was working on is, for example, smart meters, these smart electricity meters. There is a lot of electricity consumption in day-to-day life, in household, in industries, and we need to keep a track of that, how much electricity is being consumed at what time, and in what pattern. And if we have this data, we can really optimize the system, the whole energy system. And this is one example where this machine learning comes up. So if we measure the data of the electrical consumption, then we can do a lot of stuff with this data. We can automate a lot of things, like for example, grid planning, the consumption pattern of the household itself, or the consumption pattern of the industries. We can do maximum utilization of the renewable energies. There is a lot of PV production, photovoltaic production, solar production. If I say in more simple words, here in Germany, here we have a lot of biogas plants. There is enough wind energy, but all these, as we know, in renewable energy, these are time dependent. Like sometimes we have more, sometimes we have less. We cannot completely predict it. So in order to make a balance between the energies that we get from the renewable source of energy and the energies that we get from the grid through thermal power plants. So we have to make balance between those. And to make this balance about the production of energies, we need to know the consumption pattern. And there comes machine learning, and we try to build product based on that. So when I was doing my internship, I came to know about all these things, that every field need some kind of digitalization, and this transition is going on. So I realized, okay, I have to learn some programming languages. I remember at SISTec also, during bachelor course, we do get this .NET programming course. There was C++ programming code course, and I was doing this, and it was so much fun. And I also did, during my 12th, I did some courses, like there was IT, information practice, during my 12th class. So I was also involved there. So I had basics of programming language, and then I learned Python all myself through YouTube videos, and I practiced and did some projects. And then I could bring the programming part to my core energy or mechanical related knowledge. And when I put these two together, I was able to get into the machine learning, deep learning. And I also want to, just making more explanation into it. When you are a machine learning or deep learning engineer, it is very important that you have knowledge about the product you are working on. For example, I'm working on smart meters, energy field, the renewable energy, and the energies from the grid. Grid energy comes from thermal power plant. So I need to understand how these energies are produced. I need to know the technical aspects of it. I need to understand how this whole energy systems work. And this technical knowledge is very much important in order to really make a meaningful program, or based on machine learning or deep learning. And that's why the core engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, and other engineering background, they come into play, and they give their thoughts about it. And they help really the core developers coming from the computer science background, in order to build the right kind of product. So if the programming is important, it is more important to have the technical understanding about the product you are developing. If you don't have the technical understanding about the product, you might not develop the best neural network that you want. So your model, the artificial intelligence based model, might not work in the most favored or expected manner
Yeah. Please carry on.
Yeah, that was my answer. So I just wanted to say that from my internship time, I realized that I need to learn some programming language because we this industry 4.0 transition is going on, and all the future work, the meaningful work that is going to have happen in future has to be in combination with some programming language and technical know-how. And that's how I learned Python. And then I got this master thesis, where I was working on the same project, the smart meter stuff. And then they saw my performance, and then they were happy enough with my inputs, and then I carried on to my like full-time job.
Yeah. Thank you. Nice explanation for the query.
Gladly, sir. So we can go to the next question, sir, maybe now.
Yeah. Fine. One of your junior has one query. Uh, might be many students would have the same. What he's asking is, what were the challenges you faced during your master's program in Germany, and what kind of challenges your juniors might face in higher education in foreign? I mean, if they want to pursue their masters in foreign, what are the prerequisites they need to follow? Basic. The question is this thing, Akhilesh. Kindly put a light on this.
Yeah, sure. So I would say there is no big difference. The general thing that you would expect is that the task that you get here in master's course is more challenging, but these are nothing like you cannot do. Of course, with master's course in a good institute, in a good educational environment, you would find it difficult. Even if you would go in any NIT or IIT in India, it would be super difficult. So I would not say that it's a very big difference between India and here. And the only thing here is it's more practice oriented. We go to laboratories, we perform some tests, and then we write and report on it. In India, this report writing, project synopsis and project report, and this we write in India is not of the same quality that we do here. But you learn it. It's nothing that you cannot cope up with. So I would say in overall, there is not a big difference. It's just like you go to classes, you make notes, and you take a lot of books in library. There are so many books easily available. You make your notes, study about them, prepare for your exam, and just yeah, go through it. It's just the normal way. There is no rocket science.
Yeah. I remember incidents with you when I was teaching you dynamics of machine in third year, and my probably it was the year in 2014.
Yeah.
You are the only student were found in my classroom that all the unsolved numericals were being solved in governor. I did not forget that thing. Yeah, right now also it is in my mind that you have took one question, then you came to me and we could able to solve it, and that is the kind of dedication and sincerity you have. And what message you would like to give your juniors for mechanical engineering to pursue? I mean, they are going to pass out in a year or two, and what are the skill sets they should inculcate in themselves to go and grab the good opportunities in the market? Because mechanical engineering is booming like anything. You might be known the fact for you. So kindly, Akhilesh, what are the skill sets your juniors should inculcate in them, please?
Sure. So the one suggestion I would say, as I was also talking about the multiple skill set, I would really urge you, maybe, I mean, taking the note that you might have already some core interest about doing something, but I would also suggest you to acquire knowledge about as many things as possible. For example, logistics, supply chain management, production engineering in general, designing, basics. I mean, you don't have to be like super skilled at anything, but you should know basic stuffs about almost everything. And I would really urge you to learn one or two programming languages like Python or basics of C++. You don't have to be really good. Maybe you just make simple programs like Hello World, or you just make simple programs like, if this happens, then what? If any value is greater than 5, say yes. If any value is greater, it's smaller than 5, just say no. Just the small programs like that. You don't have to be super good at it. So learn basics, very basics of programming languages. Don't try to master it. If you don't feel like, if you have interest, then try. I mean, enjoy it as much as you want. Also try to have basics knowledge about the simulation softwares. MATLAB is one big commercial tool that we all use in the industry. You can maybe have basics knowledge about SAP. Um, um, and I mean, I'm also saying like you need to know multiple skill set, because that's what I did also. I was working on research project based on solar, but I was also taking knowledge about the automotive field. I was also showing my interest in thermal field. So it's like combination of all. And when you go to industry, all these things helps. Either you, even if you work in core mechanical field, which is really booming right now, automotive in India is really gonna be a big factor. One thing from automotive that I just came to my mind is batteries, for example. This is also something mechanical, electrical engineering related, and mechanical engineers can really play a big part in it. There is a lot to do with battery management system. And in battery management system, when you go and you try to do something, you realize that you need to have basic knowledge about the electronics of it. You need to have basic knowledge about the chemistry of it, and then you need to have a basic knowledge about the thermal aspect, because batteries get heated. So again, whenever I talk about one particular field, different aspects come into it. So I would really suggest you to either, if you're really good in one thing, try to master it. And if you think like, okay, I'm not sure in which field I'm really good at, I would suggest you to take basic knowledge of different fields, read about it, talk to people as much as possible. There is YouTube, everything is available. Watch as many videos as possible about those things. And definitely, when you will go into an interview in your future, you will be able to talk about things. Yeah, there should be no topic which you are completely unaware of. You can maybe talk basics about it. Nobody expects you to be super good and super genius. And you don't have to be a genius in order to make your career. Because that's not what everyone is looking for. Everyone is looking for basic stuff in a new like employee, in a new students coming out of their bachelor's. So this is one thing. Learn some programming, learn basics of all the other fields. Try to be aware as much as possible. Talk to people. Be very clear what you want to do. You want to go for GATE. You want to go for MBA in future. You want to go for, I don't know, maybe masters, just like me, in some foreign country. Research about it. Talk to people. And I'm pretty sure that once you will really think about it continuously, day and night, when you have the goal in your mind always, I'm pretty sure that you will find the best advice around you, not far.
Yeah, yeah, certainly, certainly. Uh, Dear students, he is your senior, okay? Don't to be so formal. If you want to ask the question in Hindi, you are most welcome. Okay, he can talk in Hindi, he can explain in Hindi, no issues.
हाँ,
Okay?
डेफिनेटली, मतलब हम हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं. हम जनरल क्वेश्चंस अगर आपके माइंड में हो तो आप वो भी पूछ सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. वी डोंट हैव टू, मतलब हमें इसको फॉर्मल बनाने की इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं है. और फिर मैं आपसे अगर मैं इंडिया आऊँगा इस बार दिसंबर में, मैं कोशिश करूँगा कि आप सबसे मिलने की पॉसिबिलिटी हो पाए, तो शायद
Yeah,
आप ज़्यादा फ्री फील करेंगे बात करने में.
That would be great. That would be
Yeah.
great to meet you offline. So,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
students, please come here. If you would like to ask the question, you can come and ask the question. यहाँ पूछ सकते हैं आप. And one more question by student. How did you apply for masters in Germany? And what is the procedure for to apply the same?
Yeah. So जर्मनी, आई मीन व्हेन जब सेकंड ईयर में था मैं, तो मुझे पता था कि मास्टर्स कोर्स करने जाना है किसी अब्रॉड कंट्री में, बिकॉज सब गेट के लिए जा रहे थे और कोई कैट करना चाह रहा था, कोई गेट, किसी को यूपीएससी में जाना था, तब मेरा भी एक था. एंड दिस थिंग एक्चुअली केम अप, ये जो टॉप यहाँ वहाँ से शुरू हुआ मास्टर्स का, जब मैं बस में था और मेरे सीनियर वो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिपार्टमेंट से थे. फोर्थ ईयर में मैं उनके साथ बस में बैठा हुआ था और उन्होंने पूछा, अखिलेश तू क्या करना चाहता है फ्यूचर में? इट वाज फर्स्ट ईयर और सेकंड ईयर बिगनिंग मुझे आती है. मैंने बोला सर गेट का सोच रहा हूँ बट आई एम नॉट श्योर, मुझे गेट करना है शायद, बट अभी पता नहीं. तो उन्होंने बोला क्या अभी इतना पता नहीं, अभी तो जस्ट शुरू किया है, मैं अभी फिगर आउट करूंगा. तो उन्होंने बोला कि मास्टर्स अब्रॉड में करने का एक पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है, बट तू अपने घर का फाइनेंशियल एस्पेक्ट देख ले कि कैसा है. अगर लगता है कि तुम मैनेज कर पाएंगे घर वाले, तो मैं सजेस्ट करूंगा कि अब्रॉड मास्टर्स के लिए चला जा. वो कुछ डिफरेंट है और उससे फ्यूचर पॉसिबिलिटीज और ज़्यादा अच्छी हो जाएंगी. बस वो वर्ड्स, वो बस में हमने जो बात की थी, आई टुक दोज वर्ड्स एंड वहाँ से फिर मैंने पता करना शुरू किया कि कौन कौन सी कंट्रीज, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, यूएस, कनाडा, जर्मनी, यूके, ऑल दिस केम अप. और फिर जैसे ही मैं उसमें रिसर्च करना शुरू हुआ तो पता चला कि यूएस बहुत एक्सपेंसिव है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया बहुत एक्सपेंसिव है, लेकिन जर्मनी फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट एजुकेशन टेक्निकल फील्ड में. तो जैसे ही मुझे ये पता चला कि फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, आई एम डन. यहीं जाना है, कैसे जाना है, कब जाना है नहीं पता, बट जाना यहीं है. और मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग, मैकेनिकल और जर्मनी साथ साथ चलते हैं हमेशा. या फिर जर्मनी मैकेनिकल से एक कदम बिल्कुल पीछे चलता है. सो जर्मनी जाने का फिक्स हुआ. देन आई रिसर्च, देयर इज अ वेबसाइट विच गिव्स लाइक होल इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट मास्टर्स इन जर्मनी. एक वेबसाइट है dart.de, मैं वो आपके साथ शेयर कर लूंगा. उस पर जाइए, वहाँ पे इंटरनेशनल प्रोग्राम्स पे जाइए, वहाँ पे फिल्टर्स लगा सकते हैं हम कि हमें फ्री कोर्सेज चाहिए, हमें मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग से रिलेटेड कोर्सेज चाहिए. सारे फिल्टर्स लगा के हम वहाँ पे देख सकते हैं कि किसकी क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं. और एप्लीकेशन में ज़्यादा कुछ एफर्ट्स लगते नहीं हैं. अपने जितने भी एजुकेशनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं, 12th, बैचलर्स, ट्रांसक्रिप्ट, सारे सर्टिफिकेट सब एक साथ लगा के उनका प्रोसीजर वो वेबसाइट पे लिखा हुआ होता है. स्ट्रिक्टली उस प्रोसीजर को अगर हम फॉलो करें, डॉक्यूमेंट सेंड करो, अगर बेसिक कुछ 2-3 thousand का अगर फी होता है तो वो पे करना होता है, एप्लीकेशन फी, और उसके बाद फिर डिसीजन आ जाता है. तो जर्मनी के बारे में एक चीज़ मुझे रिसर्च के टाइम पे ये पता चली थी कि इस केस में कोई कंसल्टेंट हमें नहीं चाहिए होता है. जैसे यूएस में आपने सुना होगा कि यूएस के लिए कंसल्टेंट चाहिए, वो कंसल्टेंट 50,000, 60,000, 1 लाख तक वो ले लेता है जस्ट फॉर एप्लीकेशन. बट जर्मनी में ये चीज़ अच्छी है कि आपको किसी कंसल्टेंट की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आप खुद अप्लाई कर सकते हो. आपको बस वेबसाइट पे जाना है यूनिवर्सिटी की, उसका प्रोसीजर पढ़ना है, वो जो प्रोसीजर वो मांग रहे हैं उनको वो फुलफिल करके देना है, दैट्स इट. बट आपको ये भी पता होना चाहिए कि वो उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या हैं. अगर वो बोलते हैं कि आपका आपका ग्रेड अच्छा होना चाहिए, तो वो ग्रेड अच्छा होना चाहिए. वो अगर वहाँ लिख दिया है तो इट्स अ थंब रूल, यू हैव टू मेक श्योर कि उससे ज़्यादा है. आईलेट्स मतलब इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज का एग्जाम देना पड़ता है, बट वो भी ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट है नहीं. हम लोग मैनेज कर ही लेते हैं. एंड आई एम प्रीटी श्योर कि हर स्टूडेंट जो अभी सिस्टेक में बैठा है विद द इन्वायरमेंट दैट वी हैव अराउंड, वो भी पॉसिबल होगा वहाँ पे.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, sir, my name is Deepak Gurjar and I am from first semester mechanical engineering. Sir, I want to ask that what kind of student you are in your college days. Means, are you a student who used to study very hard, or you manage your other activities as well along with studies?
Akhilesh, please unmute yourself.
Okay, now maybe you can hear me. So thank you for your question. मैं कॉलेज टाइम में काफ़ी कॉलेज आता था और सारी क्लासेस अटेंड करता था, तो उससे आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि मैं काफ़ी सीरियस था स्टडीज़ को लेकर उस टाइम पे, क्योंकि मुझे पता था कि मुझे अपने ग्रेड्स काफ़ी हाई रखना है, तभी मेरे एडमिशन के पॉसिबिलिटीज़ ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा होंगे। तो काफ़ी कॉलेज आता था, और कॉलेज आने से अगर आप रेगुलरली क्लासेस अटेंड करते हैं और जो हमारे वीकली टास्क मिलते हैं अगर वो करते हैं, तो उसके बाद आज हमारे जो एग्ज़ाम्स होते हैं वो इतने टफ भी नहीं होते हैं कि हमें उसके अलावा ज़्यादा कुछ करना पड़े। तो मुझे बहुत टाइम मिलता था अदर एक्टिविटीज़ में पार्टिसिपेट करने का, और मैं बहुत ज़्यादा एक्टिविटीज़ में पार्ट करता था। रवि सर जैसा बता रहे थे कि निर्माण हो या फिर कोई और जो कोई छोटे-छोटे इवेंट्स हों जो मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग की तरफ से होते थे या फिर सिस्टेक की तरफ से होते थे, तो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा पार्टिसिपेट करता था। और जब अगर सिस्टेक में कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, तो जैसे एक सीज़न आता है ना, जब हर कॉलेज में टेक फेस्ट होते हैं या कल्चरल फेस्ट होते हैं, तो हम लोग वहाँ जाते थे फिर। जो हम लोगों ने निर्माण के टाइम पे प्रोजेक्ट बनाया, उनको सबको चेंज करके, उनको और न्यू डायमेंशन देकर, उनके प्रेजेंटेशंस बनाकर हम दूसरे कॉलेजेस में जाते थे, वहाँ पर प्रेजेंटेशन देते थे, प्रोजेक्ट कॉम्पिटिशन में पार्ट लेते थे, डिबेट में पार्ट लेते थे। तो इट वाज काइंड ऑफ वेरी मल्टी एक्टिविटी काइंड ऑफ माय स्टे एट सिस्टेक। सो सारी चीज़ें मतलब अगर आप रेगुलरली कॉलेज आ रहे हो तो सब कुछ मैनेज हो ही जाता है ऑलमोस्ट। एंड दैट्स व्हाट वन ऑफ द गुड थिंग अबाउट सिस्टेक, कि वहाँ पे मोटिवेट किया जाता है कि आप कुछ की जितना ज़्यादा अटेंडेंस हो सके क्लास में हो। हमारे टाइम पर तो हमारा ड्रेस कोड भी था, तो इट वाज मोर
Okay, Akhilesh. So thank you very much for the very informative and for this very nice session. So I hope the students have got many important informations, and
sure.
definitely they will use these information in their career.
Sure.
So it was very nice talking to you,
Same
and
here.
I hope if you will come in the Bhopal, so
Yeah.
the student will be able to interact with you face to face.
Yeah, sure. I will try my best to have a session there in one of our auditorium. And it would be really nice to, when I will be there in person, I think they will feel more comfortable, and there will be a lot many questions to talk about. I will definitely try to make one session with them.
Okay, so it's
Thank you, Akhilesh, for sparing
Thank you.
your valuable time. And I think your time will be just golden words for your juniors. And I think they will use your words as the guideline for their future.
Sure, sir.
I hope that all the students will follow your advice, and without that, because without that they cannot do anything in their life. As you mentioned that you are very much regular in your class, so
Yeah.
they must understand that without regularity, no one can understand or learn anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
hope
good
this.
to hear from you. Thank you.
I hope the same, sir. All the best to all these students. I will leave my email ID to Nitin sir on WhatsApp, and I will also text the website where you can find all the information about the masters in Germany. And then whenever we will have a future session, I will tell you more about things, so you will have time to think about it and prepare for your future. All the best. Thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to you all. I'm looking forward to see you again in India, and I wish you a nice evening and a nice day ahead.
Thank you, Akhilesh. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Bye.